Welcome everyone. I hope you are all doing well. In this video, we are going to deal with definitions, page 190 to 193. What are definitions? Why should we use definitions in our essays? Is it a must to use a definition in each and every essay or paragraph we are to write? Let's find out the answers for such questions. By the way, it's only important to define just unfamiliar or ambiguous terms. I mean, do not define each and every word you find there in your essay or in your paragraph. Just the terms you might feel vague for your audience. So do not go and define or to give an extra additional meaning for each and every word you are to write, but just the complex words, the ambiguous words. And the definitions, by the way, they are primarily found in introductions. So it doesn't mean I do not have the right to define a word in the body or something. Well, it depends. But primarily, you have to define words in the introduction, mainly in the introduction. Definitions are of two types, simple definitions and complex definitions. So let's deal with the first type of definitions, which is simple definition. Simple definitions are formed by giving a category and application. And this is clear cut in page 190. For example, you want to define the word a master's degree. If you want to define this word, you have to explain two main terms: the category of this word and the application of this word. Okay, how can we do this? What is the category of the word? What is the category of a definition? The category of a definition is its class, the class of object or concept to which it belongs. Okay, what's a master's degree? It's an academic award. What's bullying? It's a pattern of antisocial behavior. Bullying, what is bullying? It's a behavior, a kind of behavior. What's a multinational company? Well, it's a business organization. What's astronomy? It's a branch of scientific study. Okay, so what is the entity of that thing you aim to identify or you aim to define? When you give that category, you have to give its application, its use, its distinctive traits attributed to that term. How we can distinguish it or your term from other terms? Well, a master's degree is unique. Why? By what? Because it is a word mainly for postgraduate students given in completion of a dissertation. Why bullying is a unique? Well, it's a kind of category classified of antisocial behavior, but found in many schools, by the way. Multinational company, okay, that company should operate in many countries. That's why we call it multinational, okay? But what kind of multinational company? Well, it's a business organization. What's an astronomy? It's a branch of scientific study. Yeah, that's its scope, that's its entity. What's application? What for? What makes astronomy, what makes that science unique or distinguished or distinctive? Well, it is meant to be primarily concerned with celestial object inside and outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, so if you want to give simple definitions again, just be aware of three main parts: the term itself, the word or phrase to be defined, and the class of object or concept to which it belongs. That's what we mean by the word category. And the third thing, its application. I mean the distinctive traits attributed to that term, how we can distinguish it from other terms. Imagine someone asks you to define the word water or water. Well, water is a liquid. What's liquid? It's a category. It's entity. Okay. Define name of persons, a celebrity, and so on. You can give its category as his or her nationality, and so on. Well, the next term or the next type of definitions is a complex definitions. Complex definitions, yeah. What is that? A complex definition. Complex definition, it can be a quotation. Yeah, it can be a quotation from another writer. It also gives a variety of relevant situations, explains a process, and uses category words again. For instance, define what globalization. Okay, globalization, from which point of view? I defined my lens here. And I am here to define globalization, the word, the term, the concept of globalization from economic senses, economic point of view. In an economic senses, okay, why this word is distinctive, because globalization describes the opening up of national economies to international markets and capitals, in which people share knowledge and technology. I mean, in complex definitions, you broaden the meaning. Okay? You can use, by the way, the following verbs when defining anything you want. X may be defined, globalization may be defined as, globalization is concerned with, globalization deals with, bullying relates to, something involved, so on, so on, so on. So it is not all the time that you use is or the verb to be in general. Things to avoid when you have to give definition. Avoid defining with X is when an X is where statements as to define a noun with a noun, verb with a verb, and so forth. I mean, do not define a word by mere repetition or merely restating the word. Again, define rhyming poetry. Someone is going to tell me, rhyming poetry consists of lines that contain end rhymes. Come on, I do not understand the word rhyme in the first place, and that's what you are, and that's your mission, just to give me the meaning of rhyme. How can you tell me that rhyming means to rhyme? I didn't understand from the first place what's meant by the word rhyme. So it is better to use rhyming poetry is an art form consisting of lines whose final words consistently contain identical. So identical means the same, means rhyme. Identical finally stressed vowel sounds again. By the way, avoid defining terms using complex words. Come on. Remember, you use definitions just to bridge the gap between you and your audience. It's a way to avoid misunderstanding with your audience, to make yourself very clear. So do not give grand words, great words. Just use simple words in your explanation, and once you are to do this, you will be experts in defining things and in writing. Thank you so much for today. Meet you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.